Before I came to Restore, I was living under a bridge. I had my daughter living with me as well. She was 9 years old at the time. It was very, very difficult to be in that environment with a 9-year-old daughter. It's hard enough to be in that environment as an adult by yourself. I would tell her it's gonna be okay. Daddy's gonna start working. Daddy's gonna do what he needs to do so that we can have a house again. It was just off and running and do what I was doing best. Then I ended up in jail. After 44 years of living in the darkness and not having a God, it's the first time that I didn't run from the police. Something bigger than me was leading me in that direction. And I went to this Bible study. We bowed our heads, and first time I've ever bowed my head to anybody. He prayed for our families to be safe and our children to be safe during the holidays, and I felt this. I felt my breath leave my body twice, and I felt, whew, thank you, Jesus. New breath come in me, and I felt, whew, and I felt kind of like I do right now. I felt a hug that I never got from my own dad. From that moment on, it's been only God. I remember that first step into Restore. It was a scary step. It was a step into my future by entering that door and saying yes and being willing. Everybody was so giving and everybody was so understanding. I felt like I was home, which is important. It's important that when we get our new residents, that they feel that love, they feel like they're home, that they have a place to call home, a safe place, and that's Restore. I started out as a resident, and then I moved up to assistant manager, then to manager, and after manager, I was given the opportunity to work part-time for Restore. God was showing up the whole time. God has provided, and I was offered a full-time job. Ever since I got it, I got my own place now. I get to go home to my own home. My rent comes out of my bank account on the 1st of every month. I don't have to worry about being homeless ever again. And that's huge. And I thank God for that all the time, and I get to come to work. The most important thing that I get to do is pour into our residents. This is not a job to me. This is a lifestyle. Getting to where I'm at now at Restore has been such an amazing journey, and I get to share that with these residents that come into Restore. I get to share that when I'm out with the homeless ministry and feeding the homeless. I get to share that story. It's my story. It's a special story.